Right, back in action. Camera is on the tripod. So, any comments? Let's have a look. Let's make sure there's no retarded people making any comments while I'm going live. This is beautiful. Music to my ears. Music to my ears. Great. Oh, man, oh man. Lovely. All right, so we're starting again. No retarded robots and degenerates making any comments. Oh, that's beautiful. All right, so friends, these are the updates. YouTube have now changed their format. Formerly, there was just videos here. You could click on videos and you would have all my videos. Now they've added shorts, which I've only got about 5 videos in there anyway, and live, which is very disappointing because a lot of my good content is it's in this tab now. And unless you know about it, you won't be able to find those great videos. All right? So, you'll have to be able to navigate through that. That's the first change that update that I want you to be aware of. Secondly, I have disabled comments everywhere, all over my channel. So no one can comment. 2 reasons for that. One reason is about 6 months ago, the trolls and the bots started really bombing my page with derogatory comments and just time wasting rubbish, just spamming my pages. So, yeah, I've decided to keep it clean, and that way I won't be wasting a lot of my time. My time's too precious for these morons. It's zombie land. People are dying, and people are going to hell and perishing, and they deserve it. Especially all the ones who have attacked me and my channel. Woe unto you! Shame on you! And enjoy hell, because you're all liars. You're all degenerate liars, and yeah, you've only harmed yourself. You'll never harm me. My syncretism is the best syncretism in the history of history, and I've read all the other great syncretists, starting from Pythagoras all the way to Alvin Boyd Kuhn and Manly P. Hall and etc. And I run rings around all of them, because they all missed the key, and the key is the hyperboloid torus field. Without that, you'll never get out of this labyrinth. You will never escape this place. So, yeah, and I'm the only syncretist that I know of that does it. And so I can boast that, just as Jimmy Page and Robert Plant can boast that they belonged to the greatest rock band in history. I can boast without any ego. I don't need it. I don't need that. I know my work stands all alone without me having to praise it as the best that has ever visited this plane, period. And there's no... the second best guy doing syncretism out there in the world is like in kindergarten, okay? Simple. Now, the other thing I wanted to bring to people's attention was... So there's no more comments in any of my videos. The other reason was, every time I tried to reply to people, whether sincere or whether trolls. I would refresh the page like this after I made a reply, and they would disappear, my replies. So in the last 6 months or so, they've limited so many functions on my channel. I haven't even got the ability to reply and communicate with people. So I decided, well, the best way would be just to keep it simple, and I'm trying to simplify my life. So this is it. Unfortunately, for all the good people who made all those beautiful comments, they're all gone forever. And you know, that's the way it works. But I think I've made the right decision. Now, the other thing I wanted to talk about was the Syncretism Society Academy YouTube channel. If you go there, a lot of people have been writing to me and saying, "Hey, Santos, they've deleted your content. You're under attack." No, we did that ourselves. We've put everything on private because we've received a couple of strikes, and it looks like Syncretism Society YouTube channel is going to get wiped off. So for the time being, only the subscribers will be able to go access privately the videos. It's not for public for the time being. We're going to edit. We're going to edit some of those videos that might get us in trouble, but definitely we got a couple of strikes there, and I'm on a and let me show you that right here. And it's funny because it's for a video that I did years and years ago. So this is how desperate they're getting. This is the video, Veritas Radio, History, PSYOPs and Resets. I did this about 3 years ago, and they gave me a strike because it goes against the community guidelines. So, but I did have 2 strikes. One just recently came off, so I was really in a precarious position. I've been trying to do this live for a long time, guys, and unfortunately, I haven't been able to. So luckily now here I am. Okay. But don't worry about this. This is going to be sorted out very soon. Syncretism Society, all subscribers, you are well looked after. You have all the instructors still uploading stuff, but for the moment it won't be. The podcast, we'll still be doing podcasts. We did miss last week's podcast for a very specific reason. We just omitted it totally. We all had a break. We all just left it at peace, and there will be a podcast this Saturday and thereafter. Shortly, I will be taking a trip to the interiors of Mexico. We're going to be looking at cottages and other places and communities where we can set up there as well, and just spend 6 months here and 6 months there, because we still want to get the healing center up and running. So that's important for us. In fact, that's Daniel's part of the dream. Mine was this, the teaching. So we came together really and joined forces. But Daniel's main interest is the healing centers with all the, Tesla coils that he has and all the various, decompression tables and other things that he has. So we joined forces and we made the Syncretism Society. And so don't be alarmed. This is only temporary. But for now, all the videos, they're still up. They're just on private. We've received strikes, and so we don't want this wiped right out. So this is for protection measures. Okay, let me get off that now. Go back to my channel. I don't have anything else on my channel that I need to discuss. Okay, now remember, on my Facebook page, I'm on BitChute, Rumble and Odyssey. So the sooner I get off YouTube and prostituting myself with the whore of Babylon, the better. Now, the other thing I wanted to talk about is my Saturn return. As you can see right now, today, Saturn is my natal Saturn is 19 degrees, as you can see here. And transiting Saturn right now is 18 degrees, as you can see right there. But in 2 weeks' time, let's go forward to the 21st of November. Very interesting date. What you will see there is Saturn, 19 degrees, 18 minutes. And on that day, Saturn will be on 19 degrees, 18 minutes, transiting. All right? So once Saturn passes applying to my natal Saturn, things will really, I guess, clear up a little bit for me. This has been a very, very heavy Saturn return, guys. Health-wise, attacks, as you can expect. This is the house of public enemies, and there's Saturn, So a lot of enemies are coming out toward me and the Academy, and they will fail. They will perish in hell. They are insignificant, faceless keyboard warriors, and none of their comments, none of their videos will be remembered, whereas mine will be eternal. My work will last the test of time forever. And my name is a household name for good all around the world, and these people are just jealous. And they will not prevail. I will prevail, and I always have. I've been attacked since 2011. I mean, every week someone makes a video about me, There's all kinds of hags and witches and demons and fuckwits out there that are just out and out jealous, because, I'm on top. Just like Led Zeppelin were on top. And history tells that the best band that ever was Led Zeppelin. And that's what will be said about my syncretism in history. And you can laugh all you like if you think you're if you think you're so smart. Let's see you match my syncretism. Let's see you challenge my syncretism. You all missed the boat. I've read Pythagoras and Plato and Alvin Boyd Kuhn and Manly P. Hall. I've read thousands of years of great, great teachers, and none of them base their model on the hyperboloid torus field, which I have done, which is the only way to do it. And so I get the credits forever and ever and ever. And you poor-minded, weak, degenerate fuckwit, will always be an unknown, insignificant piece of shit and jealous. jealous of Santos Bonacci and his achievements. So those are the updates. Now, this week we're going to be going to Nick, Crystal and myself are going to be checking out some places all around Mexico. We're going inland to establish something where we can grow food as well. We can't do that here in the Yucatan, but we're going to keep the academy going here, and we will hopefully establish the healing center. Of course, that's part of Daniel's dream. Daniel is in this mostly for the healing center because he wants to heal people, whereas I'm in for the teaching, to teach people. So that's why we joined forces. And so none of those ideals that we have, none of those goals will change. They never will change. In fact, that's why Daniel is in Africa at the moment, because the project he's doing is going to benefit Syncretism forever. And the loyal people who have been loyal will be blessed beyond their imaginations. So, yeah, we'll be probably spending 6 months here and then 6 months somewhere up in the mountains, who knows where, maybe Morelos, maybe Puebla, maybe Oaxaca, maybe Chiapas, maybe Tabasco. There's a lot of places where I've been invited to go, and we're going to go and check out those places. Now, finally, I want to mention, what else have I got to update people on? Okay. So, yes, we have been formally telling people to come to Mexico. Well, in the day that we were doing that, Mexico, by everyone's standard, was the best place to come to. The freest place. You didn't need to have testing done. You didn't need to have any, vaccination certificates, blah, blah, blah. And the place is relatively okay, depending on where you go. But the reason why we are looking to perhaps establish another center in Mexico is because things have changed a lot on the Caribbean, guys. The cartel are starting to make a lot of waves here, especially in Playa del Carmen, which is only 20 minutes south from where we are. Of course, 20 minutes north is Cancun, where there's always, a lot of killings and stuff, and the cartel are pretty strong there. And then going down further south into Tulum, it's getting dangerous as well. But here, the mayor of the town was shot dead last year. I think it was the start of this year. Sometime about 8, 9, 10 months ago, and she was dining in a restaurant, and the cartel just walked up and blew her brains out. And so, and then there was another shootout just a couple of blocks from where I live. And crime is increasing. There are 5G towers here now. And I am now no longer recommending people to come to Puerto Morelos, okay? So that has changed. Puerto Morelos, I've been here for 2 years. When I first came here, it was just a quiet, sleeping, fishing village. And it was very, very family oriented. It still is. There's great people here, but it seems to me that things are changing for the worse. Now, when I left Oaxaca, Mazunte, I left at the right time. 3 months after I left, they were putting foreigners in jail for not having a mask on their person, let alone on their faces. So anyone who didn't wear a mask, let me see if I'm still going live. Yeah, 153 people watching. Okay, just checking. So I left at the right time, and I was planning to go back, but in June of last year, my best friend, David Mendoza, was killed in hospital by a ventilator, and he was very vocal, and we were always together. So I was also under the radar, and I was, it was going to be me and him. And he told me that. He would ring me weekly, regularly, and tell me that he's very, very afraid that something bad's going to happen to him. And he said that he's glad that I'm not there because things have changed. And yeah, as I said, he died on a ventilator. And then, of course, 3 months ago, there was one of the worst hurricanes that went through and flattened Mazunte, the city where I used to live. So, and I had a foreboding, I had a premonition to leave. People were leaving Mazunte before I left, good people, and I was asking around, hey, what happened to Jim? What happened to Tom? And every time I asked where someone was, where a friend had disappeared to, the answer was, oh, they didn't like the energy of Mazunte. It was getting heavy. It was getting really, really, really bad. And so people were leaving before I left. And I started feeling the heavy energy as well. And so I left and came here. And I had a good year here. The first year was great. And then we set up the academy. And but everything went downhill since my best friend David was killed. And then my father was also murdered in a hospital, in a nursing home, with blood clots and a heart attack. Lo and behold, two of the side effects of you know what. So it went downhill, and then in December, of course, because of my Saturn return, I had a whole bunch of planets in the 5th house. In fact, if I go back now to say November 2021, you will see what was going on. Look at the transits. Let's go back to December, because that's when I nearly died. I brought myself back to life, guys, by all the protocols that I'm teaching. Here you go. Venus retrograding, Pluto, Saturn. Mercury was there as well. Mercury, let's go a little bit. Let's go more towards, let's go December 31. That's when I started 10 days of hallucinating. There you go. Even the sun was coming up. Look at all the 4 planets in the house of ill health. And yeah, I nearly died in December of last year. I brought myself back to life. And by the time my birthday turned up in March, I was fully healthy. And then the attacks came again. And so I'm still struggling because of this Saturn return. But on March the 7th of next year, Saturn will exit Aquarius. And I'll just have to hold my breath till March the 7th. So there's only 3 or 4 months left of this Saturn return. And boy, do I look forward to that. But this update, folks, this will probably be the last one I'll be doing for a long time. I'm going to lay low for a while. I have to. I've been giving sweat and blood for 12 years now, and I know that I deserve a break. I deserve to, go out in the bush, in a little cottage, and just do as I've been fretting to do for the last 7 or 8 years. I've been telling people that I just want to go leave this monster that I've created. It's a good monster, but it takes a lot of my time. I get so many messages every day. It's just, I can't keep up. I just can't do this. I can't just give and give and give and give. I'm spending at least 12 hours behind this screen every day. And the Wi-Fi is really, really, there's so many. If I go here to Wi-Fi, you'll see, let's check out the Wi-Fi, guys. Look at all these. These are all around me, man. And this is a short list. There's got to be others. Come on. Let's have a look. Oh, gee. Well, you saw the list. Let's try it again. Anyway, look. Sometimes there's about 30 Wi-Fis all around me. I'm surrounded by it. And there's a 5G tower just 2 blocks down the road from me. So I'm not liking that. There are 5G towers going up all around this town. So I'm going to need some mountain fresh air. And maybe we'll do a live when we're on the road. We're going to visit Chichen Itza and Palenque. Maybe we'll do a live there and let you know how things are going. But in the meantime, those are the changes. I've explained that. We now have shorts and live. So you'll have to go into live if you want to see some of my videos that I've done live on Mr. Astrotheology. And no more comments. Okay, so comments are disabled, and I gave you the reason. I've got good, legitimate reasons. It's not that I don't want to communicate with people, but the comments that I make get deleted. So they've really, really knuckled down on my channel. They're deleting subscribers. I get people telling me that every week, that they have to resubscribe, and it's just a mess. And it's been like that for 12 years, So this is a heavily censored channel, guys. So I just want to thank everybody for your loyal support, all you good people. Just know that I'm here to serve. I always have. Ever since I was a little boy, I was a Jehovah's Witness all my life, knocking on people's doors, trying to save people from Armageddon and from whatever else, and I'm still doing that. I'm still trying to, wake people up. And I believe I've got about 1,400 videos on this channel, and I think there's enough knowledge for all of you to fall back on while I take my hiatus, my sabbatical, and my rest for an indefinite period of time, which means it could be a week, it could be a month, it could be a year, until I fully recover from this oppression. I don't know whether it's the Saturn return, or I don't know whether it's this town, but it's interesting that a lot of my friends, really good friends, both flesh eaters and vegans, are experiencing the same symptoms as me: itching, sleepless nights, can't breathe, heart palpitations, and it is getting worse. So, friends, I'm not recommending that you come to Puerto Morelos. Please don't go to Playa del Carmen. My good friend Sue, she what's the word? What happens when you leave a job? Well, she left her job last week. She's a waitress, because around the corner from her there was a shootout, and a waiter was killed and another one was shot, and he's in hospital fighting for his life. And that was around the corner from where she lives. And I said to her, well, what's going on? Is it rare? Is that rare? She says, no. There are shootouts every 2 or 3 days. And tourists are getting shot in the crossfire. So Playa del Carmen, you definitely don't want to be going there. Maybe Cancun is probably the safest place right now on the Riviera. There's still some good places there. But Puerto Morelos is still good, guys. I'm not going to rubbish it. It's just that for me personally, it's going downhill rapidly, and I have to make a change. So for my sanity, as you all know, a lot of my videos, well, let me show you what's going on. I'll have to open my... This is the last video that I did. Someone re-uploaded it, actually. So if you look around on the net, you'll see me there, and I was cursing and swearing, and they claim here that they took it off because my friend Steve Hughes, the comedian, I played his video about being offended, because a lot of people get offended when I swear, when I say when I say the C word or the F word, Oh, Santos, you, of all people, shouldn't be saying words like that. Trust me, people, when you hear all these nice, smooth, so-called truthers, run away, because they're hiding lots of skeletons in their closet. With me, what you see is what you get. So this is what they removed my last video, and for a week I've been trying to do, a comeback to update you folks about things. And then there's this one. I did I titled the video "Auntie Dumbfuck" because I didn't get a strike for this. They just removed it. Hi, Mr. Astrotheology. We have reviewed your content and determined that it may not be suitable for viewers under the age of 18 per our community guidelines. As a result, we've age restricted the following content. Video, Auntie Dumbfuck. We haven't applied a strike to your channel, and your channel is still live for some users on YouTube. Blah, blah, blah. So this is the sort of stuff that's happening. I mean, everything I upload, I get these messages from YouTube telling me that I can't monetize this because of, I don't know, some stupid thing that they find in my videos. And so, yeah, that doesn't help. But I want you guys to know that I'm not going to disappear. I'm just going to have a break, which I need. Everyone knows when they need a holiday, and everyone goes ahead and does the holiday. You don't have to ask. I don't have a boss. I don't have to ask anyone. I don't need your permission. I don't need anyone's permission. I'm my own man, and I'm going to have a break, and I deserve it. And it's probably going to last till about March the 7th, till Saturn gets out of Aquarius, because this is really, really bearing down on me. Yeah, it's been hard. Please go to my channel and watch this video here. My second Saturn return. It will explain everything. yeah, it's been very, very heavy, very Saturnian, and the attacks are coming from everywhere. And it's amazing, people that I used to let have a platform on my channel have turned against me, making videos against me. People whom I've interviewed and had them on my channel, and been nothing but a friend to. This is what's going on, man. The world's going crazy. People are going insane. These people are all demon possessed. Rest assured. And the guy who made the sinking ship, yeah, claiming to have exposed Daniel as a scam artist. Well, when Daniel comes back, he's got 13,000 views, and I'm responsible for that. The reason I did that was I want as many views as possible, because the more people see this, the more this clown is going to be humiliated for the rest of eternity. This clown here, whoever he is, he doesn't show his face because he's definitely working for YouTube. He's definitely on the wrong side of history. And this guy is eternally damned. And I will see this guy in Amentet on the day of judgment. And my thumb will be pointing down all the way. This guy will go to hell. He will perish for his lies. So let this video be viewed as much as possible. You know, I mean, I don't care, because we're going to, you know, we're going to... Yes, I did say that I was going to address this guy immediately on one of our podcasts, but wiser heads prevailed, like many of my good friends wrote to me and said, leave it, don't touch it, let this guy bury himself, and he will. This man here, Daniel, is a hero to the world. What he's going to do for humanity and his dreams. First of all, let me show you the Daniel, the true Daniel, that this video here he made is from 4 years ago. I met him 2 years ago. This is Daniel. We'll finish with this. For all the people who think that he's a scam artist and blah, 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 this is what's in the heart of Daniel.
Ethical financial security in the world anymore. And there is no long-term moral, ethical financial security in the world anymore. And this is due to this constant manipulation of the world's information, economies, and finances. Currently, everything is dominated by just a handful of powerhouses, working only to protect their own interests at the consumer's expense. So how did they accomplish this mass infection? It started with our children. Somewhere in the mid to late 1900s, the schooling curriculums worldwide were at a constant influence by these big brands. And this was turned as a device to have everyone entrust them. They have made the masses believe that what they're doing is somehow only impacting the earth in a strictly positive way. This is completely untrue and extremely foolish to believe. 1.4 billion people live at poverty line or below it at $1.25 a day. Almost half the world, over 3 billion people, live on less than $2.50 a day. At least 80% of humanity lives on less than $10 a day. The poorest 40% of the world's population accounts for 5% of the global income. The richest 20% accounts for 3/4 of the world's income. According to UNICEF, 22,000 children die due to poverty per day. Africa alone accounts for 1 million deaths annually, most due to malaria, which is easily curable. 1 out of 3 children in developing countries are underweight and stunned. 1.8 million children per year die of diarrhea. 70 million children last year of primary ages were not enrolled in schools. There are 2.2 billion children in the world and half of them live in poverty. 1 billion lack access to water. 2.6 billion don't have adequate sanitation. 1/4 of all of humanity lives with no electricity. 7 of the richest people in the world make more than the poorest 41 countries combined, which is 567 million people. 0.14% of the population owns over 80% of the world's financial wealth. If the world only spent 1% of what they spent on weapons, all these problems would be gone. Village's goal and structure, with time, will turn the world's instability back to its proper place and completely change this uninformed acceptance. Let's make the place we all share a united one, because I think that's the direction the world should be going.
There's Daniel 4 years before I ever met him, and you heard him speak.
Thank you very much.
So shame on you, Tartarian Truth, and shame on all the rest. I won't name you yet, but I've got something in store for all of you. Don't you worry about that. And yeah, my glory time, that will come. And in the meantime, all the plagues that you wish upon us and what we are trying to do, they are already happening in your life. All of you who are enemies of my work and my sincere effort to help humanity and Daniel's and the Academy, all of you, shame on you. And all the plagues that you wish upon us, they've already bounced back onto you 1 billionfold. Just pay attention every day that goes past and notice how your life is going from bad to worse. I really pity you because you are in for hell. You are in for hell. And the demons that have already possessed you, they will cripple you and murder you, and they will take you straight to hell. You will be plagued with all kinds of sicknesses and mental diseases. You're all disgusting. You are vile, unknown, insignificant to history. You always will be. You were born for perdition, and that is your lot in life. As for me, I will go from glory, from the first video that I ever put up, from glory to glory. And how do I know that so confidently? Simple. Because I know who I am. And I know the work that I'm doing is for the betterment of mankind. And I'm the one that's received the millions of emails from people all around the world thanking me for my work and my efforts and transforming their lives. So long live syncretism. Thank you, all you beautiful people who have been faithful and loyal. You will be recompensed. You will be blessed forever and ever and ever.